Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Today I will be showing you how to make a granny triangle. So this is what I usually use for my tarot pouches for the granny style one. I had a request on how to make the actual granny triangle portion. And so if you don't want to go to that specific tutorial, you don't have to. I will have this here for you so you can see. I will show you how to make a solid colored one as well as a multicolor one. So what you will need is the yarn of your choice. I'm just using some extra yarn that I had laying around that I wanted to use up. You'll need a tapestry hook or tapestry needle. You'll need a crochet hook. I'm using a 4.5 millimeter today. That's just because this is what I like to use, but you can use whatever size you need. And then a pair of scissors. And let's get started. So this first portion of the video, I will show you how to make a solid colored one. So you're going to go ahead and we're going to make a magic ring. So a magic ring is, we'll take our yarn, kind of grab it between two fingers, wrap it around. We're going to make an X facing us. And then when you flip it over, your lines will be parallel. You'll take your hook, go under that first line, grab the second one, and then pull it up. Then you're going to want to grab that and grab your ring, and that's a magic ring. There are definitely a lot better tutorials out there on how to make a magic ring. That's just kind of what I do, a quick little version. So you'll make a magic ring, and then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And that counts as your first double crochet. So now we're going to place 3 more double crochet into the ring. So if you need to remember what a double crochet is, it's yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through 2. And I'll show you again. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2. And then we'll do 1 more. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now counting your chain 3 at the beginning, you should have 4 double crochets. So at this point, I like to tighten my loop a little bit. You just grab that loose piece, pull it, and it'll tighten up your magic loop. So now we need to make our little pointed end. And to do that, we're just going to chain 2. And then we're going to, into this magic ring, place another 4 double crochets. So you're going to go ahead and place your 4 double crochets into the magic ring. Here's 2. 3. 4. So now you have something that looks like this. And then you can go ahead and grab that loose end of your magic ring and pull that tight. So now what you should have is this little triangle. So you'll have 4 double crochets, a chain 2, and then 4 more double crochets. And that is your first round. So now to start your second round, we're going to chain 3 and then turn your work, and that does count as your first stitch. And then we're going to be looking at not necessarily a stitch. So you can see that there's a stitch here, a stitch here, stitch here. You see those, but we're not going to be going into this stitch. We are going to place 3 double crochets into the space between our last stitch and the stitch before it of the previous row. So here's that stitch. We're going to go right underneath into that space. There will naturally be a little space in between. You can see it right here. So here's the stitch. Here's that space. We're going to place 3 double crochets into that space. So this one right here. So we'll go ahead and do that. Place 3 double crochets, not into the stitch, but into the space between. So now, counting your chain 3, you will have 4 double crochets. So here's 1, 2, 3, and then that 4th one. And then those 3 are in that space in between your last stitch and the stitch before it of the previous round. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just jump into this chain 2 space. We're going to place 3 double crochet into that space. And then we'll make our turning chain, which is our chain 2. And then into that same space, that same chain 2 space of the previous round, place 3 more double crochet. So now in that corner, you should have 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 more double crochet, all into that same space. To finish off this round, we are going to look for our chain 3, which is, it might be a little bit tight. I know that mine is because I crochet a little bit tight. But we're going to look for that space in between that chain 3 and the stitch before it. And we're going to, just like we did over at the very beginning, we're going to place 3 double crochet into the space in between the chain and the stitch before it. So we'll go ahead, place 3 double crochet into the space. And here's 3. But if you remember, at the very beginning we have 4 double crochets. So we need to make our 4th one. So what you're going to do is find the top of that chain 3 the best that you can. I sometimes don't even go into that top one. I'll just go into this one. So find a space on your chain and we're going to place our double crochet into that. So I'm actually going into this chain here, not the space. I don't know if you can see, but I'm actually inside of the chain, not the space. And I will place my 4th double crochet into the top of that. So now you can see we have the 3 double crochet in that space right here. And then you can see that final chain, or that final double crochet, is in that chain instead of the space. So now you can see that your second round should have your chain and then 3 double crochet, so a total of 4. In this chain 2 space, you'll have 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. And then into this space over here, 3 double crochet, and then 1 more double crochet, your 4th one, into the chain right on top of that chain. Now for round 3, we're going to again chain 3 and turn our work, and that does count as our first stitch. And we're going to do the same thing that we did before. We're going to go and place 3 double crochet into the space between the last stitch and the stitch before of the previous row. So here's that stitch. We want to go into the space and place 3 double crochet. So now we should have a total of 4, counting that chain 3 right here. And then we're going to jump into the space between these 2 double crochet clusters, and we're going to place 3 double crochet into that space. So now you'll have your 4 double crochet, and then in the next space, 3 double crochet. So now we'll jump into the corner space, your chain 2 corner space. And again, we're going to place 3 double crochet, then chain 2, and into that same space, 3 more double crochet. So now in that corner space, you'll have 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Then we're going to jump into the next space between the double crochet clusters on the other side, so this space, and we'll place 3 double crochet. And then again, just like before, we have that chain 3 at the very end right here, and then the stitch right before it. We're going to go in between that and place 3 double crochet. And then to finish it off, we need to place 1 more double crochet into the top of our chain 3 here. So you can see that I'm going into the stitch. Yeah, you can see right there. I'm inside of the stitch and then finishing my double crochet. So now this round, you should have your chain 3 and then 3 more double crochet for a total of 4. Into the next space, you'll place 3 double crochet. Into that top pointed space here, you'll have 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Into the next space, you'll have 3 double crochet. And then into the space between the last stitch and the stitch before it, you'll place 3 double crochet, and then your final double crochet into the chain 3 of the previous round. So you can already see that your triangle is starting to form, and that last row is basically the only thing that you're going to be doing. You'll be chaining 3, then in between the 2 spaces here, you'll place 3 double crochet, place 3 double crochets into all the spaces in between the beginning of the stitch, or the beginning of the round, and the point. Then in the point, you'll have 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, continue on to the very end. I'll show you this for one more round, but after this round, it is the same pattern back and forth the entire time. So to start, you'll chain 3, and then turn your work, and then of course that does count as your first stitch, into that space between the first stitch and the second stitch of the previous round. You'll place 3 double crochet. You'll jump into the next space, place 3 double crochet. Into the next space, you'll place 3 double crochet. Then you have the corner space where you will place 3 double crochet. Then chain 2, 3 double crochet into the same space. Into the next space, 3 double crochet. Into the next space, 3 double crochet. And then lastly, you'll place 3 double crochet into the space between the last stitch and the stitch before it. And then your final double crochet will go into that final stitch, or the final chains of the round. And then for all of the rest of your rounds, you're just going to repeat that same pattern. I will put it like right here at the top so you can see exactly what you're going to need to do, just back and forth the entire time. And you'll have a triangle. You can make it as big as you want, as small as you want, but that's how you do the solid triangle. So now I will go and I will show you how to make a striped triangle. For your striped triangle, you can use as many colors as you would like. For the stripes that I like to make, I tend to do 2 rounds per color. So you can figure it out from there, or you can do 1 stripe per color. I'm just gonna do 2 so that you can see like how I do it. But I'll be using these 2 colors. I have a gray and a light pink here, and I'll show you how we get started on our striped triangle. So to start off, you will need to make a magic ring. A magic ring is grabbing your yarn with 2 fingers, wrap it around those fingers. You'll make an X facing towards you, and then parallel lines away from you, excluding that little tail here. Just ignore that. Take your hook, you'll go under the first line, grab the second line, pull it up, and then you'll just kind of grab onto all of that. Again, you will be able to find probably a lot better explanations. I think I even have a magic loop one. If I don't, then I will make one at some point, but you'll have your magic loop, and then you're going to chain 3. That chain 3 does count as your first stitch, so then you will place 3 double crochet into your magic loop. So a double crochet is yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We'll do that again. And then we need 1 more. So now you should have a total of 4 double crochets, counting that chain 3 from the beginning. I'm going to pull this a little bit tighter by grabbing my loose end of my magic loop and just pulling on it. And then we will make our pointed area, the pointed spot, by chaining 2. And then we are going to place 4 more double crochet into the magic loop. Once you've got all of those in there, go ahead and tighten your loop. And that's your first round. And then to start the second one, like I said, I do 2 rows per color. So we'll start a second row with the same color. We will chain 3 and turn our work, and that counts as our first stitch. Now we're going to go in between that last stitch and the stitch before it of the previous row. We will place 3 double crochet into the space. So this is the stitch. We're going to go into the space and place 3 double crochet. And now we will jump into the corner stitch here, or the corner space, and we will place 3 double crochet into that space. We will make our turning chain, which is a chain 2. And then you will place 3 more double crochet into that same space. So far you should have 4 double crochet, and then at the very beginning, then 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet into that corner space. And then we are going to find the space between the last stitch and the stitch before it, and we will place 3 double crochet into that space. And then we are going to place our final stitch into the top of this chain. This is where we are going to make our color change. So what you're going to do is you're going to start your double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook inside of the stitch. So not the space, but the actual stitch. I like to grab at least 2 loops. to make it a little bit more secure. There we go. So you can see that I am inside of the stitch. So then we will yarn over, pull through. So I have 3 loops on the hook. Then I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2, and I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to cut my yarn, I think right here probably. I want to push this to the back, and I'm going to grab my new color, and I'm going to hold it in the back again with the other one. So I'm just holding it here. And then I'm going to use this as my new yarn. So I'm going to finish my stitch by yarning over and pulling through that new color. If you see that your stitches feel a little bit loose, just grab the loose end that you just cut. You can pull that tighter and it'll tighten it up. So now you have changed colors. From here, it's pretty much the same. You'll just be doing 2 more rows of this color and then switching at the end. So I will go ahead and I'll show you again. We will chain 3 with our new color here, turning our work. That did count. And then we're going to find that space and we will place our double crochets into it. You can bring these over if you would like to crochet over them. That might not be a bad idea. So you can still see my space there that I'm going to go into. I'm going to place 3 double crochet. So now I have a total of 4 double crochet. Then I'm going to jump into the next space here and place 3 double crochet. And then we will jump into the corner stitch or the corner space here and place 3 double crochet. And then we will chain 2 for our turning chain. And then we will place 3 more double crochet into that space. Then we will jump into the next space here and place 3 double crochet. And then just like before, we'll find the space in between that last stitch and the stitch before it and place 3 double crochet. And we are not switching colors this time. So we're going to place our final double crochet into the top of that last stitch. So you can see I'm inside of the stitch, placing my final double crochet of the round. And now you'll have something that looks like this. You can always cut off these little pieces. And I'll show you one more time. I'll do this 4th row here, and then I will show you one more time how to change colors. So I've just done that last round here, and I need to place 1 more double crochet into that last stitch, but I need to change my colors. So to remind you, you're going to start your double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into the stitch. So you can see I'm actually inside of the stitch. Then yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2. Now I have 2 loops on the hook. I'm going to go ahead and cut my yarn. I will grab my new yarn, place the old yarn in the back, grab this new yarn, I'm going to hold it in the back. So you can see I'm going to hold it here just so I can get a grip on it while I crochet it. Take the new color, grabbing it still, and then finish my stitch by yarning over and pulling through with the new color. And if you see that it's loose, just go to the back, find that loose strand that you just cut, then you can pull it and it will tighten up. And then you will just continue your rounds as you would. So chain 3, turn, place 3 double crochet into the space at the beginning. Then skip to the next space, place 3 double crochet. Next space, 3 double crochet. Next space, 3 double crochet. In the top corner space, you'll place 3 double crochet, chain 2, and then 3 more double crochet into that same space. Next space, 3 double crochet. Next space, 3 double crochet. Next space, 3 double crochet. And then finally into the space between the last stitch and the stitch before it, 3 double crochet. And then since I'm not changing colors for this round, I will place my final double crochet into that last stitch. So you will continue that same sort of pattern of whenever you need to change your colors, you'll just do half of your double crochet, finish the double crochet by switching over to the next color, and then continuing on as normal. When you have gotten to the size that you want and you just want to finish it off, all you have to do, it doesn't matter if you have a solid color or your multicolor one, you'll just chain 1 and then cut your yarn. And then pull through, and then pull it tight. And then you just weave in your ends. So now you know how to make a striped granny triangle as well as a solid colored one. And I think that they are a really great thing to know how to make besides the granny square. Granny triangles I use pretty often. And they're just, you can do so many things with them. So I hope that you found this helpful. Go ahead, let me know down below if you're going to be making any triangles and in what colors. And also let me know down below what other videos you would like to see, what other tutorials you'd like, and I will add them to my list. But again, I hope that this helped you guys out. I know that it can be a little bit intimidating, especially when you're still learning how to do different stitches and all of that stuff, but I hope that this was helpful. And again, let me know your thoughts down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye everyone.